there. My name is Alan.
And I'm Tony.
And welcome to Tales from the East Coast. But this time, Tony, where are we?
We're on the East Coast.
We're back on our East Coast. So
yeah.
And we actually have an audience tonight, but we're not going to tell you who. So, how was your week last week, Tony?
It was really good.
Yeah? Where were you?
I had heat stroke. No, never mind. That's not what you asked. I was down. Where were we at? Dominican,
Punta Cana.
Yeah.
And to celebrate us coming home, we're drinking Punta Cana beers. Cheers, brother. What's the highlights? What's some of your highlights that you can remember from Punta Cana?
From the last episode when you did the whatchamacallit, the obstacle course thing.
I did the obstacle course. You can see that in the last episode.
That's so funny.
Yeah, we did a couple episodes from down there. We got through it. It went well. The highlights for me, obviously, was the heat. I love the heat. The resort was great. The food was spectacular. And I swear, because I was there last year and I got really drunk on tequila, that I was not going to drink tequila this time.
But you were with me.
But I was with Tony, and Tony come up with this concoction that I Google it, and apparently it's called something like a Mexican Chihuahua.
I had everybody down there drinking them.
Everybody was drinking it. So what it is crushed lime, a shot of tequila, and
No. It's crushed lime. About that much tequila and a splash of lime juice.
Okay, a big shot of tequila. But everybody liked it, and we were all drinking it.
Everybody was drinking it.
What? So probably most of what I drank down this time was tequila.
I think it was the nicest beach I've ever been on.
Wasn't that spectacular? It was probably like 10 kilometers that way and 10 kilometers that way, and you could just walk, and it was white sand.
The water was spectacular.
The water was incredible. By the way, we were at the Bahia Principe in Punta Cana, and we were at the amber version of it. So, yeah, I loved the whole thing. It was great. The guy from Scotland.
Joe.
No.
Jimmy.
Brian. Okay,
who was Joe?
I don't know who Joe was. Remember? And then we met Jackie Chan.
Jackie, that's what he called himself.
Jackie Chan was from England.
We met Alex Van Halen.
Alex Van Halen.
Who else do we meet?
Who else? But Brian was hilarious because he was at the bar. He was at the pool bar, and I could hear him talking. I'm like, he has to be from Scotland. I said, hey, buddy, that accent, you got to be from Scotland. He goes, yeah, I definitely stand out in a crowd.
Someone asked us where we were from Scotland.
It was Ireland.
Ireland or something, yeah.
From Ireland,
it's all the same. It's over the water.
You said that, yeah. But anyway, so there you go. We have an extra special show for you today. And
maybe our best one yet?
We're going to keep going because we got to get to our beer segment, even though we're drinking this swill right now.
Oh, beer's good.
Hi, Corona. All right. We'll be right back. Hey, we're back. And this episode is brought to you by Beers.
Usually my favorite segment, but what's coming up is going to be my favorite segment.
So the last episode that we did our local craft beers, it was my pick. So Tony's pick was this week. Tony, what did you get for us?
Oh, it's going to be a big shocker for you.
That if I had to guess, then we've done this Angus, this Angus, this Angus, this Angus, this Angus. So I'm guessing it's a Breton Brewery Angus beer.
Yes, and we got to get that guy on here.
Oh, we'll work on it.
We say it every episode.
We're just getting going with the guests. So
finally picked one up.
Hazy Angus.
Yeah.
Hazy Angus by Breton Brewery.
Oh, I didn't even look at the percentage on it. It's still pretty strong.
I got to put that, yeah. All right, so this is by the Breton Brewery.
It's another strong beer. I thought it was going to be light.
Ooh, 6.5% alcohol. Hazy Angus, this one is called.
I love the Angus.
Going to need the readers for this one, Tone. That's some small writing on there. Ooh, baby. All right, here's what it says. This juicy, hop-forward hazy... Well, it says hop right off the bat, so you know what that means.
Leave it alone, buddy.
Okay.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Hop-forward hazy IPA bursts with citrus and tropical notes, smooth, hazy, and pickled with flavor.
Pickled?
Ugh. Oh, sorry, packed.
Oh.
I can't read even with my glasses on.
I'm still waiting for that other one from Me Cove to come out, though. The chicken wing flavor.
Oh, we'll get that one, yeah. And packed with flavor. Here, we're pickled with flavor. Pickled sounds better. Okay, it says pure East Coast haze. All right.
Ready?
Contains barley, wheat, oats, and in French, herbe bleu. Avion. Okay, whatever that means.
Your Spanish sucks, man.
I know, ready? Un, deux, trois.
Oh, that wasn't as good as the one down south. I'm not
And
drinking
of course,
anything
we
glass.
started using glasses,
Just to show the color.
We want to show the color because we did a couple dark ones.
I'm not doing it all over there.
Oh, come on.
Oh, go away.
Don't be a wuss. What we got? What we got?
I'm going to wait for you.
It's not very clear, is it? Ooh, it's hazy. It says right on it. It says right there, look, Hazy Angus. All right, you ready?
Oh, they got a Facebook logo on their can.
No way.
Yeah, no, they do. Cool.
Ah, of course. Here we go.
Smell the bouquet.
Christmas trees.
No, not really. It's not. It's not as strong as the can says it is.
Very citrusy. Very citrusy.
It does have a little shot of citrus, but all the lime
Well,
that we
said
drank
right on
last
it.
week.
Yeah. That's right, too. I'm
It's
complaining
about.
citrus.
It's like you're literally like.
Well, I got a lime right here, man. That's citrus, but no, it's different. That's different. This
Well,
is.
when they say citrus, they mean pine.
They mean grapefruit. And what did I say about grapefruit? It sucks.
If you ate more grapefruit, you wouldn't need to be on medication.
Yeah, well, then I guess I'm going to have to stay on medication.
We're not talking about Viagra, folks. I think it's yummy,
So,
but I'm prone to like these guys. What's wrong?
it tastes like I just took a big shot of medicine.
Dude, you drank tequila.
Yeah, but
all
tequila
week.
with lime and friggin' lemonade.
That has
in it.
citrus.
No, it's not the same. I told you. This is grapefruit. That's lime.
You're an
I would
idiot.
suck that right off there, but I'm not going to.
What you what?
You know what I mean. You know.
Well, Alan, how you doing? Are you sticking around after the show? You dirty bastard.
That came out wrong. How would you rate this one? I wouldn't go back.
I'm
to
not
it.
going to
sorry.
rate them anymore.
Oh,
I
come
just like okay. I'm going to give it an 8.
An 8. Oh, well, there you. But you like the Black Angus though. This reminds me of Black Angus.
Oh, it's not. I don't find it as strong, even though I think
You don't
it's stronger.
find it as strong? What's the percentage of
It's
Black
6.5.
Angus?
I think it's 6.
This
isn't
is
it?
6.5. This
That's
one.
what I'm saying. It's a stronger beer, but it doesn't taste strong.
You don't think? Okay.
But mind you, my palate's used to tequila all week.
That's the problem. We've been drinking beer, and then we went to tequila for 5 days in a row.
I had one drink literally. It was straight tequila.
I see.
The guy didn't understand what I was saying.
Yeah, well,
Michelle made me water
You
it
don't
down.
speak. You don't
can't
speak
drink
Spanish.
Michelle said you can't drink a whole cup that big straight to tequila. You'll be like Alan yesterday.
Heat stroke, folks. Heat stroke caused by tequila.
Yes, went to get Alan for supper. Knocked on his door and he said, "Can't make it." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "I got heat stroke." I said, "You don't got heat stroke. You're friggin' loaded."
Tequila stroke, yeah. I was even in the shower with my sunglasses on, taking a shower. You saw the picture. I said I had a drink in one hand and my sunglasses on. That's it. And I said to my wife, I said, "Take a picture of it." I said, "Because this is how rock stars shower." I said.
Oh my!
It was only from here up, folks. It was only from here up. There was no little, extra eye candy or nothing like that. So. Right.
No, but you were sitting out on your deck with everybody watching, with your balls hanging out of your your house coat
I
thing.
was wearing a robe. It's not
With your legs up like this.
I was trying to get dried off in the hot sun. What are you going to do? Whoa, what are you
Oh,
gonna
so
do?
much fun!
What are you going to do?
I wish it was next year.
We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back. And this is the East Coast Spotlight. And this week's episode is, Tony?
The Queen of Cape Breton, Flo Sampson.
Flo Sampson. We're not worthy.
No.
Flo, thank you for being on the show.
Oh, you're welcome.
And we got a lot to talk about, I think.
I think so too.
Yeah, is that right? So we want to just jump in it, or is there anything you want to say right off the bat? Or you're ready to go?
I'm good. I'm ready to go.
You're ready to go. Okay, so here we have a list of questions that we do ask our regulars. This is not one of our regulars. This is extra special. So
Royalty.
Royalty. Yeah. Okay. So Flo, what first made you want to start playing music?
Well, in my home on Richmond Street, when I was a little girl, there was always music in the living room. And there was all kinds of instruments in the house. You had to pick and choose or whatever you wanted to play. And you were allowed to just pick them up and do whatever you wanted. You were always encouraged, and of course my pick was piano, so that's what encouraged me.
And piano rocks, as far as I'm concerned. That's
Thank
my
you.
second favorite instrument.
Thank you.
And she rocks the piano.
And you rock the piano. Anybody,
thank
if
you.
anybody knows who Flo Sampson is, and if you've seen her before, she can smoke on the piano, right? Tony, you got a question for this lovely lady?
Yeah. What's the first song you've ever learned right through?
The first song I ever learned right through, believe it or not, was On the Wings of a Snow White Dove.
wow. Awesome.
Because we were skating at the Sydney Forum at the time, and that was one of the tunes that we skated to. And I went home and I said, I need to play and sing this song. So
Oh,
I
wicked.
did. Yeah.
I've heard you do that. I've actually played that song with you in the
Yes,
past.
I think you did, yeah.
It's wicked.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great. Do you remember the first? Oh no, that's the he just. Oh.
He's starstruck.
Sometimes
Flo.
I get on a good start, and we get a little bit. Can I have a drink of that? No. Tony asked that. See, I'm usually the boss, but today I'm not the boss. You're the boss today. Okay. Can you recall any of your biggest musical influences growing up? Or even now, like it doesn't have to-
Yeah, well, even now, I always loved Patsy Cline. I always loved Connie Francis. I loved Connie Smith. And through the years, I learned a few of their songs, and I still play them, actually.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's wicked. And I just wanted to throw it out there before we go just a little further. We talked about this earlier, and Flo gives us the okay on this. If you know who Gordy Sampson is, this is Gordy's mom.
Where it all began.
So he's got some big, he's like walking in some big shoes there, isn't he?
I think so.
Yeah.
I know. I had some interviews done with ECMAs over the years, and when I would hear somebody say that now I know where Gordy gets his talent, I said, oh, but wait 1 minute.
Oh.
I said, Gordy's talented. Yes, he is. I said, I walked with mine, but he learned how to run with his.
That's wicked.
And you got yours from your dad, though, Bernie
And I got
Lee,
mine from Dad. Yes, I did.
who was
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
relatively famous fiddler around here back
Yeah.
in the day.
Bernie Lee and Joe McDougall, known as the Twin Fiddlers of
And
Cape
Joe
Breton
A.
Island.
Sr., right? He played.
And Joe A.
Yeah.
played with him too as well. Yeah.
So there's probably not a whole lot of people like from that generation and up that you haven't played with.
True.
Yeah, like
True.
Rita McNeil.
I played with Rita, just parties, like nothing
Okay.
major on stage. I did
Right,
play
right.
with her in the tea room when Kim Dunn and I used to do the dinners on Sunday dinners
Yeah.
for the ships coming, cruise ships coming
Right
in. I would be Kim's guest, and Rita would show up the odd time, and yes, I got an opportunity to play with her there.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's look at it.
What's the most memorable gig you had, whether it be a good experience or something embarrassing or whatever? You take your
Well, I
pick.
almost, I thought about this for a little while, and I almost have to say it was the first one I ever did because I was 11 and a half years old. Dad was playing with Joe Murphy's swing band at the time, and he already had a piano player for that night. And I heard him saying to my mom, I'm taking her with me. And my mom saying to him, she's too young. And he said, I'm taking her anyway. So I got into the dance hall. On the way up, he said to me, we do a little concert first, so what are you singing? I said, you didn't tell me I was singing. Yeah, well, you got to sing. If you sing a song, I'll buy you some French fries from the canteen outside. So you got to sing a song, and then you're going to come up and play with us, and I'll tell you when. Anyway, I sang On the Wings of a Snow White Dove. That's what I sang.
cool.
And anyway, the piano player he had hired, she played the first figure of the first set, and Dad called me up, and I was a little bit embarrassed because I knew she had 2 more figures to play before the set was over. And he said, no, you come up. She never went back to play that night.
That's awesome.
That's too funny.
That's
Do you
awesome.
remember about how old you were at the time?
I was exactly 11 and a half. I'll never
Yeah.
forget it.
Oh, my
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
That's wicked. That's
Yeah.
wicked. So I'm not going to ask you how old you are because that's none of my business. But how long have you been in the business?
Well, if I tell you that, you're going to know me.
Exactly.
Duh.
She
Do the
was 11
math.
and a half when she played her first gig.
Duh. So I'll be,
She's not
70, I'll be
stupid, buddy.
78 next week. There.
Oh,
I said it, and I'm glad I said it.
yeah. So a long time,
Yeah,
but a
time.
long, lovely
60,
time.
67 years, yeah.
67 years in the business.
Yeah.
And go stronger than anybody I've played with.
Well,
And
I
you're
heard somebody say one time, you're only as good as your last gig you played. So I'm driving her. I'm not waiting for that brick wall to come and hit
So
me.
you're still gigging. That's the thing.
I'm still
right? You're
gigging.
still
I'm
More,
very
more
busy.
than we are.
Yes.
Like
more
several
than-
nights a week.
I
It's
know.
like it blows my mind.
Wow.
I would say you're the toughest person I know, man. Oh,
Well,
that's
for
awesome.
now, we'll see. I'm happy to be still at it.
No, that's wonderful, Flo.
Yeah.
Is there a song that you play that always gets a big reaction from a crowd? Like you
All
know,
the time. And I know when I have a CD coming out, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes as well, but I know when people hear that CD, they're going to say, don't tell me that's not on it, because it was one of the biggest hits that Floyd Kramer ever did.
Okay.
Kramer,
You
I
know,
that name.
yeah, Floyd Kramer. And I get requests for that every time I sit at the piano. And I did not put it on my CD, so I know I'm going to catch hell for that one. So Last Date by Floyd Kramer would be the one.
Last Date.
Last Date, yeah.
Oh, wicked. That's wonderful. This is great. If somebody was visiting the East Coast and wanted to understand local music scene, okay, where should they go or who should they listen to? Is there anybody that jumps out at you,
Well, you know-
besides yourself?
You know, that's a very interesting question, because before COVID struck, everybody was hurting anyway. I don't mean physically sickly, but they were hurting money-wise and everything. And then when COVID hit, that didn't help us at all
No, you got that right.
anyway. But it did teach us one thing, that it's time to get out, it's time to party, it's time to enjoy music, it's time to love one another. And every bar today is full. It doesn't matter if I mention one bar or another. Come to Cape Breton and hear our style, meet our friends, meet our musicians, and you can get them in any bar in downtown now, because it's always full.
Yeah, amen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
amen.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what,
that's a great-
I
that's a
agree.
great answer.
Yeah.
I
That
agree
was
100%.
a wonderful answer.
Yeah.
That was great. Oh my goodness. Okay, here's have you ever had a weird or funny moment happen during a live performance?
It wasn't that long ago either. I was playing at the beer tent at Governor's, and they only have a small little stage, and I had my sax player with me, and we had a guitar player with us, and they had me on the corner side there, and I'm driving with a Del Shannon song, and all of a sudden the leg fell off of the stage, and I'm going to grab it, and the piano's going with it.
Oh, no.
They were able to actually grab it and put it back, and I continued the song. So, but the funny part of that story
Like a
is that my
trooper.
best friend has that video, and she said, I'm always holding that one against you.
You hold it
Oh,
over
that's
your head.
wicked. That is for you wicked. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
I think just about any musician you ever talk to, they have either the good one and then the bad one, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's always,
Yeah.
and they will always stick, oh yeah, remember that time.
Oh, and there's
you know?
another cute little one I'd love to share with you. We
Absolutely.
used to have a Ford Ranger truck where we kept all my gear in the back of it. And I was playing at the Ashby Legion one night, and Frank said, when the boys put your piano and your gear back in the truck, make sure they know that the latch is not working right. They really have to push it to lock it. Anyway, I'm coming up Kings Road, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I go to hit the caution light came, and I go to hit the brake. Down went the tailgate, and the piano was on a caster, 4 casters on a big box, and it's going down going down Kings Road, and I went, oh my God.
That's not what you said, though, Flo.
Not what I wanted.
We're
No.
keeping it clean because we love Flo. We respect her.
Anyway, there it was
That's not
going
what
down. And I'm like, I'm in a panic now because I'm all alone in the truck. I still got to drive to Big Pond. And this little brown Acadian pulls up alongside of me with these 4 guys in it. They were going to North Sydney, and they're hooting and hooting and hooting. I said, you got to help me. I said, I need that back. He said, don't tell me that was a piano going down. I said, yeah, that was a piano rolling down the highway.
Listen, not here,
My
this one.
piano.
Anyway, but they did help me, and when they got back in their own car, they were still hooting, making the turn to North Sydney. They couldn't believe how funny that was.
Frig,
Oh,
yeah.
my.
So if you don't mind, Flo, we're going to take a short break.
Yep.
And we'll be right back. Hey, we're back with Flo Sampson, and we're having a great time. Are you having a great time, Flo?
Oh, this is fun.
Good, awesome. Then we have succeeded. We're going to keep going with the questions here. All right. And this is what you kind of segued to this a little bit earlier. Are you working on any new music right now?
Oh, I am.
Yeah, I am. We knew that already, but we wanted to hear it from her.
I've been working on this one. Well, 67 years of a dream come true.
We know how old you are now.
You know how old I am.
You told us
but
already.
ever since I was a little girl, I dreamt about doing something like this. And I just didn't seem to have the confidence. I don't know what it was, but I just kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. And I've been going with this CD for 2.5 years, and it'll be ready next week. And I cannot wait for it to come
Did you hear that?
Am I allowed to say that we were privileged to
hear it tonight?
We got to hear it.
tonight,
We
the
got
whole
to hear
thing
it
tonight.
earlier tonight.
And I have to say, if you don't get one, they're going to sell out quick.
I think so.
They're going to sell out quick, and we have our copies reserved already. Right?
Yeah.
And make sure stay till the end of the show because we're
Yeah.
gonna play one clip.
We are.
Yeah, we're gonna
at
play
the end
a
of the clip. I can't even say the word.
But
we're gonna put a clip at the end for the
amazing is
outro.
all I gotta
Yeah.
say is like, and the level of musicianship that you have on there, and the production, the whole thing.
The versatility is what I enjoyed because you've got everything from country to all rock to all standards, and you got
Cape
some
Breton,
good,
Cape Breton
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, you got
It
some
was
good Cape Breton
amazing.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really feel good
Yeah.
project. The whole
Yeah.
thing. Was,
So if you don't mind, Flo, let's talk about who's on the record. So obviously yourself,
Yes.
You play all the piano, right?
Yes.
Okay. Who else we got? Any bass guitar?
Well, I'd like to mention Bruce Sindall first because he's a sax player on my CD, and he was basically the person who gave me the boot I needed to get this project going. And so many, many thanks to Bruce.
Shout out to Bruce.
Yeah, Gordy, my son, is on it. Gordy's daughter, Amelie, is on it.
Oh, wicked.
My daughter,
Beautiful track.
Amy, is on it. I have Davenant Doyle on it. I have Darren McMullen. I have Howie McDonald and Colin Grant on it. I have Keith Mullins. I have Fred Lavery playing guitar on it. There's a
Eddie
whole
Woodsworth.
bunch. And Eddie Woodsworth
Are you
playing
hearing
stand-up
this?
bass.
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
it's like
And we're gonna tag every one of those people when this video.
Yeah. So I was so blessed to have them all say yes, we'd be honored, and they all came through with it. And Sheppy at the studio did a lot of work to get this done.
Freddie
God bless
played too,
him.
right? She said
And
Fred.
Fred,
She
of
said
course.
Fred, yeah.
Yeah,
She said Fred,
Fred.
yeah.
So
I'm so excited for everybody to hear it.
yeah,
because
and
I
I'm
was
excited
so
to even
stoked.
say their names because
Did we
they
say
were so.
drum? Who did your drums?
Well, Keith did some drumming. My
Yeah,
nephew
okay.
Keith Mullins did some drumming. I'm not really sure. He's in there in a couple of more songs too. Probably playing guitar. I'm not sure because I haven't got it in my hand yet, so I didn't. Really, I don't really know.
Some stuff happens when you're not there too, right?
Oh,
Like, yeah.
well, there was a lot of dubbing that went on from Gordy to Shep, from Nashville to
Yeah.
Cape Breton. So I hadn't heard Gordy and Amelie's song until about 3 weeks ago.
What a treat that must have been.
And it wasn't because Gordy didn't tell me what they were doing. I thought Gordy might have done one solo and Amelie would have done one solo.
Yeah.
And to hear the two of them doing it together was
Oh,
wonderful.
Listen, the whole thing sent goosebumps up my spine, from start to finish. Well, let's listen to it again when
And we will.
press stop.
We will. Yeah.
So we were chatting on the way out here. You were telling me all about it. And what's it going to be called? What's the record going to be called?
It's actually called Go With The Flow.
Go with the flow. I mean, come on.
Well,
right?
you know what? I don't even think I would have been creative enough to come up with that. But I'm
I
going to tell.
don't- yeah,
I'm
I
going to
think
tell you
you
how it did come up. Was when Gordy was up for the award for "We Are Young and So Is the Night" with Jay Smith. And Gordy was not able to come from Nashville at the time to receive the award. So Gordy's agent, Sherry, called me and said, you need to be there because you need to go up and accept that award. And I said, I don't know if I can do that. Anyway, we're in there, and Ron Hines, and the winner is Gordy Sampson and Jay Smith. And she pushed me, and she said, get up there. And I went running, and I heard this from 5,000 people. One person. Go with the flow. I said, what a great name for a CD.
Wicked name. Yeah,
That is
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
That was,
So, Flo, tell us about some shows you got coming up. I know that the CD release isn't nailed down yet, right? Like you're still waiting on confirmation.
We're waiting on the confirmation on the date for the release party. So I begin to play at the Lakes every Thursday night now for the summer. First night is the 14th of May. And also Bruce and I are playing prior to that, May 10th, we're playing Mother's Day brunch at the Lakes, 10 to 2. And then whatever comes in between, and of course the weekends are usually pretty busy anyway, and they're all sporadic, so you never know where your job is going to be. But
And we'll post a link to your your pages and stuff.
Sure.
So that people can follow and keep up
Sure.
with that.
Yeah,
And
so-
there is another site they just made up the other day called Go with the Flow. So
Oh, that's wicked. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're on Facebook, obviously.
Yes, I am,
Do you
yeah.
post when you have a gig come up? Do you do updates? Hey,
I
I'm
do.
going to be here.
I
Yeah.
do,
Okay.
yeah.
Right on. Okay.
Yeah.
And as far as the CD release goes, is there a venue nailed down for that yet? Like, are you thinking about where?
don't like to name that just yet.
Okay,
Because
no,
they're
that's
Yeah,
looking-
something up in the air
Yeah,
there.
yeah. No, that's
there's,
okay.
There's 3 venues that they're looking at.
Okay.
One I'm almost sure.
Let's
Certainly
have it
it's
here in the
gonna
garage.
be. Yeah, I'll have it in Tony's garage. Yeah. Holy, he's got the Ponderosa.
We're going to charge
here.
$50 at the door.
Yeah.
That's wicked. Yeah. Oh my God, this is great.
No, this is.
Thank you again for being here. We're
Oh,
loving this.
I'm loving
This
every
is-
minute of this. I wish they were
Flo
all
has
that
been
mild.
here. You've been here many times before, but this is fun.
Well, we were
It is fun.
talking on the trip in there. Flo and I drove out, and I said to her, the last time we were to get together was a couple of years ago, but it was here.
Yeah.
And we were having a jam session, and she had her piano here,
Yeah,
and
it's
we were
wicked.
over there. We did a lot of drinking, and there was a lot
Yeah,
of
but
partying.
no stories. We didn't
But-
do any
No,
stories.
we didn't.
Well,
We didn't.
that's what musicians do.
we-
This is why Al and I started.
Yeah,
this.
exactly, right. And then now that we're getting the musicians in, they're telling the stories too. We're getting the behind the scenes and this and that, and we're just eating this shit right
And I
up,
love
right?
these stories. Like these stories
Yeah.
are amazing. And then in 10 years' time, 20 years' time, 50 years' time, who knows? 50 years' time, we'll all be gone. But our children will still be around, and our grandchildren, and they'll be able to watch these
They'll
things.
be able
and they'll
to,
think,
yeah, a
"Oh my
little
God."
bit of history.
And they'll
that's
still
right.
be buying our records.
Yeah, they will be. We hope so, right?
Flo's records.
I was talking to Aaron Lewis not long ago, and of course I used to play with. I played with Bob a little bit, his dad, but I also played with Billy, his uncle.
Oh, wow.
We had a band called Easy Listening for 7 years. But when I first met Bill, on the stage and realized how funny he was, he just opened up everybody that had a little bit of darkness about them. He was so funny.
Yeah.
And one night I was playing at the. We were doing a dart banquet in New Waterford at the French Club. And
Oh,
they
my.
said, you guys can take a break. We're going to have a little lunch. And he gets on the mic and he goes, Flo and I are going to leave the stage right now. I got to go down and have some Horse Doovers.
That being said, too, I think the last surviving or original member of the
Carlton
Show
Freddie
band,
died, yeah.
Freddie died
Yeah,
there
sorry,
recently.
yeah, to hear that.
Rest in peace, Freddie.
Yeah,
Wow.
rest in
Condolences
peace
to
is
the
right.
family and Aaron. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, this is fun.
So listen, we're going to take one more break,
Okay.
and then we're going to wrap it up, and
Okay.
we're beyond. So we'll be right back. All right, welcome back, and we're going to close it out with Flo Sampson. Thank you once again for being here.
Been a
Flo.
pleasure. Been
This
a
has
pleasure.
been awesome.
It's been.
And-
I've really enjoyed it. My
This is
favorite
great.
episode so
Yeah,
far.
this is awesome. And for God's sakes, tell your friends to watch this video, right?
And buy the CD, but not too quick. Oh, never mind. Ours are reserved anyway.
Flo, can you tell us what advice would you give someone on the East Coast who wants to start playing music but hasn't yet? You've been in the business a long time, longer than we have. Is there anything that stands out to you that you'd say do's or don'ts, or it's all you?
Well, number one, the greatest gift you can give anybody is music.
Amen.
Number
agree with
two, the other greatest gift you can give anyone is encouragement. The reason I started these flow cases at ECMAs was because anybody can pick up their instrument and come around the piano after all the shows are done, starting at 10:30, 11 o'clock. You can play till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning if you want, play your heart out. That's what the flow case is all about. Build your confidence up and just go and do the best you do. That's all I can say.
Amen.
Now, the other night when Amy Smith was doing her D-Rocks session at Daniels, I used to teach Amy piano, so I went over to her before the show and I said, you okay? She said, I'm really, really nervous. And I said, well, I was a little girl and I had to go on TV. And there was an audience in that studio. And I said to my dad, I don't think I can do this. I'm too nervous. And he said, you know what you need to do? You need to look over everybody's head and pretend they're not there. Amy said, I'm going to do that. And she did it and she got through her show.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's
Wicked.
wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's what experience will get you right there. You know what I'm saying?
And who's the hardest audience in the world but other musicians?
Oh, big time. Big time.
I remember the first time I ever played a gig, and young Joe Way came in, and for whatever reason he was there with Tapestry or something. I think they were just out or something.
Mm-hmm.
We were at the Heather. Oh man, I was a well, I'm still an idiot, but I was even more so that night. But it is hard to do it in front of other musicians for sure.
Very intimidating.
Yeah.
Absolutely
They
intimidating.
can be your
right?
biggest critics or your best fan, I guess.
Or lie to your face. Say you're
Yeah.
And I think you guys would enjoy it. This is something I just learned the other day. Gordy's been doing a lot of gigs in Nashville the last couple of months because he's not
Gordy? Oh, never mind.
because he's not without a publishing deal right now, so he's free to go and do whatever he wants to do. And anyway, I see him playing in this place called the Listening Room, and I wasn't sure what that was about. I had been in the Bluebird Cafe, I'd been to Layla's, I'd been to all the other more popular, and I thought to myself, a listening room must be only a small room. So anyway, I was talking to Gordy on the phone last week, and I said, so this listening room, so they're there to hear songs that you're writing, right? And he goes, oh yeah. And I said, so it must be a small room, like a capacity of what, 40, 50 people? He said, Mom, there's 250 people in the room and they're lined up outside. And I said, and they're all quiet and they're all listening? And he goes, yep, pretty much.
That's awesome.
So Cape Brettoners need to learn how to listen.
Well, you're not wrong there. So, my next question, and we've already you and I relayed it, we're cousins, but I want you to talk about your dad a bit, Bernie Lee, and we mentioned his name earlier and stuff, but I hear about Bernie all the time, and I know a lot of the stories and stuff, but I want everyone else there to know how far back the music goes.
And Flo, well, when we were listening to the record earlier, you did mention that one of the songs was written by your dad, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So the song that Alan's talking about is Debbie's Jig, written for my sister Debbie. When she was born, right? I was too old then to have a song written for me, but Debbie lucked out. And it's a great jig. It's on my CD. But Dad and Joe told me when I was a little girl and I started playing with them that they used to play on the sidewalks of Victoria Road just for the fun of it in their day. It wasn't like busking or making any money because back then nobody had any money. But they just loved to play. But they also told me that back in their day, their fathers did the same thing. That was the history I got from Dad, that their fathers also played on the streets of Victoria Road just to play for people. So when I started playing with Dad, like I said, I was very young. Then we started at the Quinn and Hall in Sydney. And then we were going basically 7 nights a week. And I could almost name every night that we played, where we played. A Saturday night would have been what we called our home base. So you didn't know until that week if you could play at the Cedars Club. Back then it was, we called it the Cedars Club back then, or the Quinn and Hall, or the Legion, or whatever. But every other night we were somewhere else. And it was a pleasure to be just able to tell people that that's the way I grew up, and I'm thankful for it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That is so. Your musical family goes even back farther than your dad, from what you just
Yes.
told us. Your
Yeah.
grandfather. And,
Yes.
And for the record, it's Debbie Mullins is her sister.
Yeah.
What?
Debbie Mullins is her sister.
Debbie Mullins is your sister?
Yeah,
So
our booking agent.
I'm just learning this shit now.
Yeah.
booking
Keith
agent.
Mullins, yeah. Well, it's
So
all, yeah.
that means Debbie's your cousin too, then.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh my god.
That's right, yeah.
I'm just learning this stuff.
Yeah, see, it runs deep.
That's
Yeah.
wicked.
Yeah.
Flo,
Blood is strong.
The blood is strong, yeah. Yeah.
Flo, is there anything else you would like to talk about? Because we're here to talk about you and your career. And I think, and when you put this record out, I think your career is even going to go a little bit higher.
Well, I didn't put it out there to put my name up there anymore. That's not what it was about. It's a legacy CD, and it involves most of my family. And I'm just so proud to be able to do it, have the people that were right out front and center with me to say, absolutely, we're in, we're going to do it. And
beautiful.
I have some wonderful, wonderful musicians on that CD. 9 cuts, and every one of them are listenable, and I think you're going to like them. And there's lots of instruments involved in the CD, and there's lots of versatility. So please check it out. Thanks.
Wonderful. Let's do a cheers for that.
Cheers, folks. Well,
Thank you.
I had a good time, and thank you so much.
Flo, this has been awesome.
Been awesome.
Hugs, just don't touch me. Don't touch me.
I feel honored to know you now. We got to know each other.
Yes, Alan, yes.
I can remember we met a few years ago, and
I was trying to picture what you look like. When
yeah, I know. It's like,
no,
yeah, I
really,
haven't
but
seen her. It's
I
been
knew that it was Alan who played with him, but then I was trying to get a face right.
Yeah.
And as soon as I opened the door, and it was
and it was funny. We met a few years ago, and I said, Flo, can we please get a picture? That's like, I don't ask for autographs from anybody. I want pictures because to me that's the memory, right?
Yeah.
And I still have that.
So
picture.
you guys got to buy me a couple of Sharpies because I know I'm going to have to sign a few.
You got
I have
that right.
I'll steal a box from work.
That's wonderful. Once again, we thank Flo Sampson
Oh,
for
it's
being
been-
on the podcast.
awesome.
And you can follow us on YouTube. This is going to be on YouTube. And you can follow us on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts.
And we're gonna post Flo's links to all
We're going
her
to put
social
whatever
media
links we
stuff.
have, we're going to post it. We're going to tag everybody else that she mentioned. And tell your friends because this is history
The
in the
real
making
deal
right
here.
here. It's right here.
We're not
you're
worthy.
Special, thank you.
And our end credits, we're gonna give you a little sneak
Yeah,
peek
so
of one
don't
of
leave
Flo's
just
tunes.
yet, even though we said we're done now because we're going to put a little tune at the end. And we will see you next time.
Why had to go, I don't know. He wouldn't say. I see something wrong now. I long for yesterday. Love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to